Hi, everybody. Happy freaking Friday. Welcome to the Local Marketing Institute Q&A Live with your hosts, your hosts,
Your host, your
your
host.
hosts,
I'm sorry.
your hosts,
Uh, with your hosts,
hosts.
us.
I feel like Johnny Cab, dude.
Uh,
Anyway,
uh, there
there
we go. There we go.
we go. Greg Gifford from Search Lab Digital, which you can still find kind of on Blue Skies. Dude, do you even use Blue Sky anymore?
I don't, but you know what I get for not having the slides ready?
What? Oh my God, you get sound effects. What a freaking idea that is. I have no
Right.
idea how that happened, but anyway.
No, I don't use Blue Sky anymore. I tried really hard to make it work, and no.
No, no,
I
no.
do need to switch this to LinkedIn before we come back in 2 weeks.
Yeah. We should switch this to LinkedIn. I think we can officially say that us and all our
Yeah,
friends, everybody is
time to do
on
that.
LinkedIn now, right?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, yeah. In the audience, if you're connected to only LinkedIn and you just love LinkedIn, or you hate Twitter, fuck X, or Blue Sky, whatever, just go ahead and like drop your LinkedIn profile in the chat. Thanks. All right. Anyway, and myself, Ben Fisher, with steady demand, which you can also not find on Blue Sky.
I mean, you can find us on Blue Sky. We're just probably not going to answer you there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you send some kind of DM and might get an answer, it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, I don't know. All right. So, but where you can find us is on the Local Marketing Institute Connect, where we have probably 3,000 members by now. Something like that. I don't know. You updated in December, didn't you?
Update in December. I think we're still at 2.6. I don't
And
think it's
we're
gone
still
up
at two.
from
Yeah,
that.
we're still at 2.6. Everybody share. All right. So you can find Greg and I there, and of course, all our good friends and whatever. And of course, finally, if you would like Greg and I in your ear anytime, no matter what you're doing, taking a walk, doesn't matter, in the car, you can find us on Apple, Google, Spotify, and yes, even iHeartRadio. All right. Before we get started, let's give some shout outs. How about that? Looks like Chad's back. Hey, Chad, how's it going? All right. Aaron is with us twice. Nice to see you, Aaron. Juan is also with us twice, by the way. I just love how people come in and bump our numbers up. Of course, we've got Mark here. How's it going? Michael, how's it going? Paul, what's up? Talked to Michael the other day. I had an awesome conversation. And Sheila, how's it going, Sheila? Good to see you. And let's see, what do we got? Anything in the yes, 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 yes. Different background. Okay, all right,
What was
okay.
the different background,
I
chat?
don't know what the different background was, but whatever. Unless he's talking about my background.
Maybe that.
I don't know. I'm just not in my house. That's all. So, but thank you.
Oh yeah, that's what
Let's
it is.
see. All right. Ah, yes, 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 yes. All right. So, let's kind of get into all of this here really quick. And apologies, everybody. Yes, I am not at my home, so therefore, I'm kind of like going around on a bunch of different things here to get to where need to go. So, be right back. All right. And of course, that's not it either. There it is. Okay, so today we are starting with just a couple different items. And what I want to do is please everybody go into the Q&A. We currently have one thing from last week, and that was going to be a GBP audit. So we do have some things to go over, just kind of interesting things, but please ask your questions and answers in there. We're looking to get to 10, at least in the next 15 minutes. So please go ahead and share. All right.
Max is back.
Exactly. All right. Oh man. All right. This thing needs like a picture in picture. That would be so nice of Zoom to add that. Anyway, probably exists. Okay, so let's see. Stuff to go over. So the first thing is, look, the fact of the matter is AI mode. It is coming whether you like it or not. And for the most part, I mean, people like Barry is like, oh my God, shit, AI mode's coming. The fact of the matter is this is that they've integrated Gemini 3 into AI overviews. And if you carry on the conversation and continue to ask questions, it switches over into AI mode. I don't know why people are saying this is new, by the way. I've seen this for like the last 3 months.
I
Um,
think it is fear mongering and people going, ah, like we
Hello,
all
the
knew it
sky
was
is
coming,
falling.
but this doesn't mean it's coming any sooner than it was before. Like none of us really know when it's going to happen. It's just going to happen when it happens.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like my prediction bell has been ringing since last year. late last year where I said AI mode is going to be the default this year. It's going to happen. Everybody's like, no, AI mode's not going to be default this year. It's just going to be a different looking interface. No, AI mode's coming, whether you like it or not. Get used to it. Start playing with it. And if you haven't played with it, prepare to be out of business. I mean, the fact is, it's coming, whether you like it or not. And personally, local results actually show up really good in AI mode. Have you played around with it?
I've played with it. It's sometimes good.
I like being able to select multiple ones and then kind of query against them.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. What are we? Dad said he would go blind. All right. So let's see. The next thing is let's continue on the AI trope here, and that is that the question is should you opt out of AI? Google
That's
is
that's a
saying
big question.
it's a huge question. And that's why I brought it up, man. It's like let's discuss this actually really quickly. It's like, should you actually opt out of AI? Is this going to help you or is it going to hurt you? What are your thoughts, buddy?
I mean, in the post that we just shared the link to in the chat, where this bit of news is coming from, they definitely do talk about publishers. So, for example, it says they will have publisher controls, making sure content publishers get a fairer deal by giving them more choice and transparency over how their content is used in Google's AI overviews.
Right.
Okay, that's fair. Like, I totally get that if you are a publisher and you have content that you do not want the AI training on, like, you're not like a news site, right? It's just some niche content and you don't want it showing up in AI overviews because you're holding on to the past and you still want people to come to your site. Okay, cool. They're going to give you a way to not have that content seen by AI. Should you do that? I mean, I don't want to say absolutely I'm right on this and there's no possible way that it would ever be a good idea to do it. I'm sure there are some edge cases where it does make sense to hide yourself from AI, but why would you not want to be found by customers looking for you? That's my question.
Right. Exactly. And at the end of the day, so what? We're all publishers. If you have a blog, you're a publisher.
Yeah, I know, but when I see publisher stuff and stories like this, I feel like that's more like news publisher, magazine
Right.
publisher than I'm a
Yeah.
blog or a website or a recipe site or a whatever. You know what I mean?
I kind of agree, but then I kind of don't because I mean, the way I read it is like I said, publisher is anybody who has content,
Yeah.
right? Is really what it comes down to. So the question here now becomes this, is as marketers, do we allow AI to train off of our hard-earned content, right? Or do we allow it to train off of our content, our clients' content? Now, I have a feeling that 9 out of 10 people are going to say, doctor recommended. Oh yeah, train off my client. Absolutely. Don't train off of me. Unless you're seeing a good amount of traffic coming from places like Gemini or ChatGPT.
Right.
And then if you're seeing it, you're like, oh, yes, I want Google to train off of me. Right. So I think it's the people who are not getting the traffic are the ones who are going to say, no, I want to opt out. I don't need that. I don't want to train Google. I don't want to give them anything more. But the fact of the matter is this, is I don't care if you've been alive for the past 30 years, you've been training Google your entire life, whether you like it
Yeah.
or not.
Like, why would you want Google to index your content so that you can show in search results, but not have AI train off of or see your content at all because you just don't want to show up in AI search results? Like, again, I can see it if you're a publisher of like books, right? You don't want your author, you're an author and you don't want your content that is, let's say I'm an author and I'm Stephen King, right?
There you go.
And on my site, I have a list of all the books that I've written in the 150 years that it looks like Stephen King has been writing books at this point.
Did you just say you're Stephen King?
Right, I am. It's crazy. Nobody's known this. I've
Mhm.
just blown my cover.
I was
But
just
let's say on my stephenking.com website, I don't even know if this is true. I'm just spitballing, but let's say on
okay.
stephenking.com website, I have a list of all of the books that I have written, and there is a snippet from each book, or even half of the first chapter, or even the full first chapter of the book on my site. I can see how I would not want the AI training off of that content because the AI could go read that couple of paragraphs from the 150 books I've written and then synthesize stuff out of that. And I would be like, no, 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 don't do that. Or if I'm an artist, let's say I'm a photographer and I have a very unique point of view in the photos that I take, and I put those photos on my website because I'm trying to market myself and I want people to come find me, but I don't want the AIs training off of that because then they might steal my art, right? Like I can get how those people would not want the AI to see their content.
Can I pop those balloons?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So in those two scenarios, right, like you said, which is I am an author and I have snippets on my site, or I have the first chapter on my site, right? Or I am an artist and I have images from a special angle. Okay, fine. The internet is a real thing. It does exist. People do share content on a lot of different places. If you have a book, okay, you are probably also going to be in Google Play Store, which means that your book is going to already have the first chapter ingested by Google. As a matter of fact, the entire book is actually being ingested, whether you like it or not. But the first chapter is seen by everybody. So therefore, it's already there. Now, artist, okay, so that's pop bubble one. Pop bubble two, if you're an artist, you're going to post your shit all over Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or Twitter or whatever. And guess what? Google will index that content. Now, maybe not from your site, but it's going to index it from social because you're
Sure.
going to use it.
No, no, yeah, obviously. But I can see how those people might have that point of view in their head because they're not thinking through those implications, right?
Sure, of course, right.
But for anybody else, let's be honest, we don't put content out for fun. Maybe there's people out there, but most of us, we're talking content, whether it's video, pictures, whatever format that content is in, we're putting content out so customers find us and buy our shit,
Right.
right? So if
Wait a minute, hold on. You don't put those videos out for like just the fun and the good of the world?
no, no, not at all. So then if we're doing these activities to achieve better visibility, it seems completely boneheaded to say, I don't want to show up in this new place that more and more people are going to be looking, and in the new place that will be the default experience for Google at some point in the future, likely near-ish future. It
Right.
just doesn't seem like it is a good call.
It reminds me pretty much, I guess, of the internet days, right? So I wonder how many people said that were in the yellow pages, okay, back in those days. And then all of a sudden the internet comes along and people say, I don't want my information on the internet because,
It's exactly that. You're so
who's
dead on.
who's going to call me from there?
Yeah,
Nobody's going to call me from the internet, says business that went out of business 28 years ago.
right.
So cool. All right. What about you, audience? I'm referring to audience as you now, by the way, obviously. So what about you, audience? Would you want to be in or out of AI results? Are you going to opt in or are you going to opt out? Let's do the
Oh, we need the Jeopardy theme song.
oh yeah.
Do that again.
Yep, yep.
It's shocking how happy I am that we have the sound effects back, dude.
I
It
know.
really, it like made my year so far. How about you, guys and gals in the audience? Are you psyched that we've got sound effects back?
Are you happy?
Or is it just like, meh? Thanks, Chad.
Yep, yep, yep. Happy you're happy. Aw.
It is kind of loud. I do agree. I need to figure out the volume there.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
just to inform everyone how we were able to make this happen, I literally have my old laptop here And that's why you see
Extra you.
the extra me down there, the caricature me, because I have to dial in with that laptop to do the sound there because it still works there when it doesn't work on the new one. So hey,
Yeah, exactly. So the audience, by the way, has it. Everybody's in. So everybody wants to be in AI. Shocker, by the way.
yeah.
A real shocker. Wow. Okay. All right. Moving on. Just a little selfless plug. Now, going to be on a local U webinar. Joey and I be talking all sorts of nice little things. We'll be talking local. We'll be talking AI. We'll be talking about the local apocalypse, of course. We'll be talking, of course, about suspensions because why? Always do. So anyway, there is that. Next interesting thing is that your GBP is extremely important when it, we're having a good AI conversation today. I
We
was,
are.
yeah, we are. Maybe we should be the AI local marketing
Did
institute.
you see the Spark Toro research that Rand just released like
No,
yesterday?
because I don't pay a lot of attention to Rand, but go ahead. What do you say?
Well, go ahead and finish what you're saying while I find it so I can
Right, okay.
share the
Yes.
link.
Everybody is going to want a link. This is true. All right. So the only thing I was sharing is that so GBP is very important to local and AI mode, and it's going to continue to get more and more important. So you do need to keep it paying attention to you and your clients' GBPs optimization wise, as well as like we've been saying before, controlling that narrative. Make sure it's up to date, making sure your citations are up to date. Why? Because in AI mode, Google is pulling in not only things like your description, but also it's been found in the wild, it's bringing in review data now as well. Not just the stars, not just the rating. It's bringing in the actual reviews themselves contextually based on whatever you have stated inside of AI, whatever your query is. So basically, in other words, it's important and, just don't neglect it. I guess that's really what it comes down to. What about you, buddy? You have seen anything like that?
Well, sorry, I was not really listening because I was finding the link. But yes, sure, dude, I totally agree.
All right, we'll take that. Okay.
Okay, so this link here, um, obviously, most of us, and this actually will play a little bit into one of the questions that's already been asked.
All right.
Most of us that are paying attention to this AI stuff understand that tracking how you show up in AI is basically a fool's errand. It is a very, very, very high level directional view at best. But because the system is probabilistic and because we have personalization, there is no way to know the results that actual customers are going to see versus what it is that you're tracking. You also have query fan out. So Spark Toro did this research basically checking how often the same brands showed up in the same queries.
Yep.
And it was like some nuts stuff. Like, where was it? Um, you need to ask Claude the same question 1,429 times before you're likely to get two answers in the same order.
Okay.
So you're going to get a list of brands. It's going to be different every time. There's all kinds of overlap. With Google, you have to ask Google's AI the same question 124 times before you're likely to get only two answers with the same brands, but they're not necessarily going to be in the same order, which means the answers are different every time.
So
So if
hang
you're
on.
tracking it and you're running your query once a day, that's not really realistic as to how you're showing up. So you have to understand that, okay, if you're tracking this stuff, it's very high level directional at best. I think a lot of general public does not understand this. A lot of CMOs and business people do not understand. They think that AI visibility trackers are just like rank trackers, and this is exactly where I show up anytime somebody asks this question, and that's absolutely not true.
Yeah, I mean, we have a really, really effective actually AI optimization plan that we use with our customers. And one of the things that we explain right out the gate is sure, we do reporting once a month, just like you do SEO reporting, because SEO reporting fluctuates based on feelings.
Right.
It. data, whatever, right? It's going to be the same. It's variable. So it's the same thing with AI. We just tell our customers, look, it's just one piece of a benchmark.
Yep.
That's it. That's all it is, And I mean, granted, if we're doing some other stuff like trying to fix reputation pieces, right, which you have to do with AIO, then that you can actually show a result on, but and that will change. It will change across the queries.
Sure.
Like you said, it's like, it's like one query to another is going to be different.
Yep.
All right.
And is this one more?
Let's see what else we got here.
Joy's tweet.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is just, I thought this was kind of interesting because, I really haven't seen anybody dig into what gets the most relevant review on GBP, right? You open it up and that's the first thing you see. Sterling Sky did some investigation into it. And they pretty much found out it comes down to like at least 4 or 5 different factors, which makes a lot of logical sense. If you have a review left by a local guide, looking at the length, of course, the photo, because Google, gives you more points for the greater length. Having a photo or a video in the review itself, and also the upvotes. Um, it's interesting. I haven't tried it myself, so I don't know. It's kind of interesting if you want to try and control it.
Yeah, and she did research on this a year or two ago, pretty similar, showing that that view, the recommended reviews, the reviews that you're seeing before you filter to newest, best, or worst, that I think they found that two or more upvotes made you pop in there and stay there longer. A photo attached to the review makes you stay there longer, and more
Right.
text in the review makes you stay there longer. So I think they've come back and updated their research and found more factors that will influence where you show up, which, is great. Like we all need to be testing and figuring this stuff out.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right. So
Right.
then, who was it that asked for the Eric Roy law firm last time? Was that
I
Chad?
think that was
I
Chad.
want to feel it was Chad. Was it you? I feel like it was you that asked for that audit, and we put it off to this week. Not Chad.
Oh, no, not Chad.
Was it Max?
Max something.
It was
It was
Max. Oh,
Max.
okay, well, let's not do it then.
He's just winding him up.
We promised we would start with that this time, and since we are uh going into audience questions this time, I guess that means it's time
Oh,
to come on down.
we only have 7 audience questions, man.
But we're starting with the audit,
I know, but
but we need more.
I'm
We need more
disappointed.
questions for
I'm
sure.
so disappointed. All right, so new mandate. We need 3 more questions. They can be audits. They can be, whatever you want. You want us to look at your GMB? Okay. You want us to trash a competitor's GMB, GBP? We can do that too.
You
All
want us to
right.
talk about 3D printing? We could do that too.
Yeah. Actually, who in the audience is doing 3D printing? Now we need to know, actually.
Anybody in here? Chime in. Max is doing it.
Yeah, Max, I think I saw you actually checking out STL flicks there, Max.
Chad's kid wants to do it.
Right. Okay. Okay. I have a guy doing very well. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Just a couple people. You
A
guys are
couple
missing out, man.
people.
It's the best thing I've ever
Wow.
done. It is so much fun.
If there was only a place to do it for me. Haha, funny, Michael. Michael Michael has a printing business, not a 3D printing business. But he has a printing business. Um, but yeah, so here's one of mine. Can we see it? Yep,
There we can see it.
there we go. A1 combo. I've got 2 of them, actually. And funnily enough, Greg and I started about the same time. I think Greg, you started like right before me, right?
I started about Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And then and I ended up running into some dude at a show out here, and he's like, "Hey, we give 3D printing classes." I was like, "Ooh." That would be a fun business.
It is a blast. And it's shocking how quickly, like when I started working with that CAD program, I was really frustrated because it was not easy. But now that I've played with it, I still know 10% of what I need to know in that program. But the 10% that I know, I'm making some rad stuff.
I was at a gun show, right? And I saw this guy, instead of a business card, he brought his 3D printer with him. He was printing out little fake bullets that has website address on it
That's clever.
because he was selling, of course, ammo.
Yeah,
So why wouldn't you, right?
right.
Anyway, and yes, exactly, Max. I have two. I'm probably going to get my third here very, very soon.
I'm just trying to talk myself into spending the 3 grand on the granddaddy one, and I don't know.
I'm going to, but I'm going to do it after my business. It's profitable, okay? Which,
Yeah, yeah.
by the way, should happen like next week. I
All right. So
mean,
I
it starts at
guess it
thrift
is time
stores.
for us to jump to the questions
Yeah.
from the audience, which means it's time for everybody to
Wait,
come
wait,
on down.
you're skipping the audit?
What?
Skipping the audit?
Well, the audit came from last week, so it still sort of counts as an audience question.
Yeah, I guess
I'm
so.
just eager to play the prices right. Let me play the
Do
prices
it.
right. Okay, that's enough of that.
All right, okay, okay. Did you at least get it out of your system?
I did. I'm like already thinking of new sound effects I need to go and find now that we can do this again.
Oh, of course, yes, yes. Don't forget, get to the chopper.
No, I mean, see, I got that one.
Get to the chopper! All right.
But everybody's already adjusted and they're already saying GBP all the time, and nobody says it the old way, so I don't know that we'll get to use it that much.
No, well, no, get to the chopper actually had to do with going to the support
Oh,
forum.
get to the chopper was going to the forum, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You lose was this was the GB. If you say GMB, you get.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Yep, that is exactly what GMB will get you. That is
Yep.
correct. That
All
is.
right, I guess I should share my screen as we do this. Max, is this the right dude? And Chad, yes, I am giddy. I'm so psyched that I got the sounds working. Okay, so this is the right guy. Max asked us to uh do this guy. I am already not a fan of the red background on his photo. That's just a me thing. I don't put red on stuff because red means stop. Let's just jump to his website. Maybe that's his company colors. That is his
That
wow.
is company color.
Okay, so it's branding, I guess. It's just not great branding. And wow, that's a horrible homepage, but we'll come back to that.
Oh, red and black? Really?
Yeah.
No, shit, God, you got to outline that shit in yellow at least.
Well, he's in Vegas, so red and black, I kind of get where he's going with that color scheme, but still.
Oh, dun,
Okay.
dun, dun,
Uh,
dun, dun. Yeah, got it.
let's check categories.
But that means he has to have green.
Oops. Click that. Categories. Personal injury attorney, attorney, legal services, trial attorney. I don't know that I would put legal services in there, but
Yeah, it doesn't hurt though.
it's not like horribly wrong. There is no UTM tracking on the website link. Hours look regular and okay. He's got products misused, so I for sure would not suggest doing that, and that is
Waste of
likely to be
time,
going
people.
away.
Waste of time.
Yep.
They're gonna go away.
Um, description voted best of Vegas 2023. It's 3 years later. I would remove that. Like
Hmm.
I would put that in
It's like
2024
what
or
happened? What
20.
happened in 24, 25, and 26? I guess you weren't the best anymore, huh?
Yeah. This gets a little spammy too. Not like the description really matters, but like I want to write something compelling that says, "Hey, I'm awesome, call me." And this is like they've handled countless cases including auto, truck, motorcycle, and slip and fall accidents. Like, come on. Like it's a personal injury attorney. You don't have to list that out. We also represent wrongful death and personal injury. Like, come on, we know that. You've already mentioned Las Vegas. Why are you saying Las Vegas again?
Right?
Um, so not great there. Max, if this is yours, sorry if I'm like telling you your baby's ugly. Okay, so we haven't done a post since January 5th. So you did one post or they did one post the whole month. And oh, okay, Max took it over, so I don't feel bad about crapping on it. Uh, they've done one post in the month, and the first post is First Friday's breakdancing competition was a complete success. Congratulations to learn more. And it's a picture of some dudes. Why do we have a Google post about a First Friday breakdancing competition and a photo carousel? So we have, oh, what did I just click on? And it's a photo carousel, which it's not letting me scroll through.
Oh my God. No,
But
it
like, why are you putting a photo carousel up? Because Boy Babalu from Vegas, who is a 15-year-old Olympic team member, represented like this has nothing to do with being a personal injury attorney. And why do you have this first? Like, wow, this makes no sense as a Google post. Then the
not to
next one
mention this is
is a
all being done.
video.
Oh my God, dude, this is all being done with ChatGPT. Every
It is,
little fucking bit of it. Look at it. Yeah, all those freaking emojis, those are ChatGPT.
and if it's not ChatGPT, somebody is. I don't understand.
15 years old.
Why would you upload a video that is meant for a phone to a thing that is meant for widescreen? Like the dimensions of the video are off. Also, this was their post in December. So the last 2 months, all they've done is post about the breakdancing battle.
Yeah, so this is classic syndication. That's all
And
this
then
is.
this, here's another breakdancing battle.
Yeah. But it's classic syndication. So they're sending this to Instagram and it's going over to Google Posts.
Yeah, like this is
That's what this
awful.
is.
We have not actually free shirts. During First Friday downtown Las Vegas, you get a free t-shirt from a personal injury firm. Who wants that? Who cares? We're back to October. We still have nothing other than we're at this First Friday thing. So yeah, super bad.
Yep.
Let's check this, which, oh my God, guess what? It's the same stuff we just saw.
Yep. Sure is.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn will probably be the same stuff too if they pay attention to it, which they might probably don't, which is probably a mistake.
Uh, YouTube. Let's see if they've posted to YouTube. I bet it's breakdancing.
It's more
Videos. Here we
breakdancing.
go. The description here is actually incorrect on YouTube. The description says the Eric Roy law firm focuses primarily on personal injury, slip and fall, and wrongful death cases in Nevada. No, the
They
correct
focus on
description
breakdancing.
would be the Eric Roy law firm likes breakdancing, and that's all we
Exactly.
post. That should get a
Exactly.
and then Facebook.
How much you want to bet it's going to be the same?
It's the
Look
same
at
crap.
that.
Like, oh, here's an actual from January 28th. This was 2 days ago. And it's still not great. So yeah, like their marketing does not look great. You want me to hire you as a lawyer? Why are you wearing a yellow golf shirt and not a suit? An orange golf shirt, not a suit. Like,
More
wow, I
breakdancing.
do not get what this guy is doing for marketing at all.
So you know what it is like a lot of PI firms. I mean, and they started this. I think I'm not sure before or what, but like Daryl Isaac, great marketer, right? But he calls himself the Hammer, so that's his gig. That's his shtick. He
Right.
doesn't use it hardly anymore in his marketing, but it helped him take off. So I think all these PI guys out there are basically trying to find a shtick,
One like
or at least this one is.
yeah. And and Rachel's comment, lots of personal injury at the battles, the dance
Yeah,
battle.
right. Going on your head.
The other thing,
Yeah.
your homepage is literally your digital business card. It's the most important page of your site that talks about who you are and what you do. and all we have above the fold is a photo of the dude with a weird smile and an awkward pose against a red background. And it
I
says,
wasn't
call your
showing you
boy
all the
Eric
stuff.
Roy, which likely is not even a heading. They don't even have an H1 heading on the homepage.
Hey, look at that. Call your boy Eric Roy. H2, H2.
And like, why is, look, we see call your boy Eric Roy right there. Why is that two separate headings? Why not just make that a heading with a line break in it? Like,
Shit.
this is so bad.
And
And not only
just
do
look at
they
all the
not,
H2s.
yeah, they don't have a single H1 on the page, but they have 16 H2s and 16 H3s. So, and it's not like they're using H2s as a shortcut for font size because they're reskinning the font size with CSS. I
Yep.
don't get what they're doing here at all. Then here, okay, then look at, okay, why do we have white text against a white background? You can't even read what that
Exactly.
says for most of this scroll. And literally, before we even talk about the fact that he's a personal injury attorney or what he does, we're showing 5-star reviews, which everybody knows is only going to be reviews that say this guy's amazing. And that is not a helpful trust signal when I haven't even read about your business yet.
Right.
Then it just says about us.
In that
We're still
tiny,
stuck on the best of
tiny
Vegas
font.
2023. Here we go. They're dedicated to dance fighting for the rights of accident victims. And then we still, okay, literally all the text we have is this generic crap. And then, okay, call me. You're ready to call me because you read a couple of generic sentences. Or you're ready to fill out a form with another awkward pose and weird smile. But I still haven't read anything about your results or what kind of cases you do. Oh, here's the important stuff. Here's the kind of cases you handle. And everybody's, you don't pay till you win. So I'm not going to put that big thing up there. Then we've got our lawyers, which,
That's a
okay,
better smile for Eric.
I mean, Stephen Lewis has a sweet little mustache, though. I dig that. And then keep updated with the latest news and articles, and there are no news and articles.
Right.
Like, why do you say keep updated with this stuff and not have anything there? Then
It's
you've
because
got a bunch
somebody
of
had a good idea.
logos, and then another
Somebody had a
contact
good
form
idea
because the
three
one that we
years
just saw
ago.
wasn't close enough.
Yeah. So somebody had a good idea 3 years ago to do a blog and nobody ever updated it.
Let's look at their blog.
Oh no.
Blog,
Please
which
click on
again,
community outreach. I want to laugh.
I'm gonna do this because this stuff pisses me off. I'm gonna count the menu. I'm not gonna count the menu. There's 485 pixels of an image of this dude, which the vast majority, like 2/3 of this image, is just the red gradient fade. This is not necessary at the top of a blog feed. We're pushing everything down below the fold. It makes no sense. They haven't had a okay, here's another zinger. We have blog as a primary menu button on the page, but they haven't posted their blog in a year and a half because
Yep.
the last blog post was July of 2024.
Which I'm sorry, today, in this day and age, with ChatGPT and Gemini and all of that, you can write a blog post.
It also looks like there are only what, one, two, three, four, five, six blog posts on their blog
Yep,
ever.
ever.
Let's look at this. No, the only submenu is under vehicle accidents, which is a bit odd, but we have personal injury. Doesn't, okay, this is weird. Personal injury, you need a personal injury page, yet this is not a clickable button. None of the menu buttons are clickable. You can only click on submenu. That's odd.
It's a bad theme.
But then if I go to vehicle accidents, I don't have a car accident lawyer. Like people are going to look for car accident lawyer. You don't have car accident lawyer on the page. You have Uber accident, lawyer for DUI, motorcycle, truck, hit and run, but no car. Okay, Michael, is this like for real what you just put or not? Okay, well now the
Okay.
breakdancing stuff makes a little bit more sense, but if you don't
Kind
have
of.
it on the website, I still like I get where he's coming from, but it is bad for branding. Like whoever told him to brand himself with breakdancing did not do a good job of it. And like, why do you have community
But dude,
outreach
yes,
sooner on your menu than the stuff that you actually do?
because the breakdancing will be there. Click it. Oh, wait a minute.
Why
Oh, it
is
gets worse.
Yeah, but look, the navigation to go through the slideshow is
Oh, I
below the
know.
fold. Like why do they just have a giant image in here somewhere and that's why the thing is so far down?
It doesn't
Yeah, there
matter.
we go. They loaded in one image not cropped the same and didn't pay attention to the fact that it makes the slideshow useless and nobody's going to come to a past event for January 3rd to just look through your breakdancing photos.
Oh
And
man.
like this, 4th of July, like galleries, like this, just whole thing is awful.
Yep.
But this, at least it's Las Vegas Uber accident lawyer, but you could have a better title tag than that.
ERLF.
That's Eric Roy Law Firm, which is dumb. I would type out Eric Roy Law
Easy.
Firm. Okay, you at least have the same keyword phrase of Las Vegas Uber accident lawyer, but I would do Uber accident lawyer Las Vegas. I'd put the city at the end of that phrase.
Yeah, Max, if this is your customer, I'm either A, I'm really sorry, or B, holy crap, yeah, you just hit the lottery because this guy has a lot of work for you to do.
Either the images aren't loaded at the size of display. Like, yeah, this is bad. Let's see if it's even. Let's just do this. Hopefully, it's at least unique content.
What I
So
want to
it's
know
not
is
unique
how
because
many
he has that same
cases,
content on two different pages of his site.
oh God. What I want to know is how many cases has he taken up that is about breakdancing, you know?
All right.
Like, oh, you broke your neck? Okay, I'll take
So,
you
yeah, this is not good stuff.
there.
Wow. Yeah. So, don't do stuff like this, y'all.
What I'm curious about here is this. A lot of PIs will hire an SEO company for a year, fire them, hire another one for a year, fire them. You know what I mean? So I'm curious about how many of this guy is going through.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Whoever the last one is deserve to be fired.
Yeah, Max, you have lots of work. Hopefully you're getting paid well and they keep you around because that's bad stuff.
Yeah, that's part for the course. It's probably a really, really bad WordPress theme.
Michael, you're cracking me up, dude.
Nice.
Okay, I guess now that means it is time to move on. Oh, sorry, I didn't ask if you had anything else you wanted to add before I shut that down.
No, I'm totally good, dude. That
All
that
right.
thing was such a train wreck.
I did actually. I don't know if you guys noticed when I did the search. I searched for the sentence and a half inside of double quotes. For anyone that doesn't know, that's the easiest way to detect if there's duplicate content because you should only see one page as a search result. And if you notice, the first time I searched it, we saw one page. And if you scroll down and it says Google detected multiple pages with this, the duplicate results have been omitted. Click here to see the duplicate results. That's how you know that Google says this is duplicate content. So, all right. I will.
I'm doing one more thing for the audit. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. One more thing for the audit.
Just really quick. I'm going to see what the AI mode has to say about them. All right. So let's see. Just really quickly. Uh, Specifically named staff, Gina, Daniel, and Norma are frequently commended. Accessibility. All right, here we go. Potential considerations, costs. Some internal AI generated summary suggests service costs might be a concern for budget. And employee experience. Mention a high pressure work environment and heavy workloads. Yeah, there's some stuff to fix there.
Yeah, but also it's a personal injury attorney. That's kind of what it is.
Oh yeah, but that's one of the
I
things
just
when
wanted to know what you were using to get that information.
I went ahead and I did a search for the brand with word reviews, and then I looked at AI mode, and that's what pops out, basically what AI is seeing about the brand.
All right. Next question comes from our buddy Paul for you. And Paul says, recently I was given a phone call for business verification, which worked. The next business only had a postcard, which I requested. It's been 3 weeks, no postcard. So do they actually send postcards anymore?
Yeah, so the answer here is they say they send the postcard, but I don't know anybody who's actually gotten one.
In a long time.
Yeah. So in other words, go in, change the way that verification is being done, and yeah, you need to do live video probably.
And if you didn't have an option and postcard was the only thing, you can contact support and say, hey, look, I never got this postcard. Can we do something else?
And they'll trigger live video verification, which is what you want anyway, by the way.
Yep.
Video verification rocks. It's great. All right. Next for you, and you're welcome. This is from Aaron. Okay. Do you have any recommendations for a service that can help manage slash monitor AI content?
Aaron, when you say this, are you asking, if you can answer in the chat, are you asking about monitoring content to see if it's performing well or working in Google Organic? Are you talking about a platform to let you track your visibility for certain queries in AI mode or ChatGPT or whatever?
Or are you looking for somebody to manage your AI optimization?
Yeah, like when you say you want to manage or monitor AI content, I'm not sure if you're talking about just check to see if a company is showing up for queries or if it's something related to managing content written by AI. Oh, gotcha. A platform to track visibility
Eh,
in AI mode.
Bird Eye just launched something really killer. If you want to spend a lot of money, go with Profound. If you want inaccurate results, use Ahrefs or SEMrush.
We actually like Wake a lot.
Oh yeah, Wake.
It's a little bit of a different angle, but I feel like the
I
cool
tried
thing
it, but
about Wake is if you are looking kind of like what Ben just did with the search to go to AI mode and see the things that are popping up that are bad. What Wake does is it gives you the link to the citation where that information came from. So then you don't have to go, oh, did this come from Glassdoor? Did this come from something else? It will literally give you links to where every bit of entity information came from so that you can then go try to figure out how you can correct it at the source, which is really helpful. So I like that aspect of it. Just realize, Aaron, that none of it's going to be realistic. We're not talking a 10,000 foot view. We're talking a 20 or
50,000.
30-mile
Yeah.
overview of what's going on. It is not something that is accurate to what humans actually see because variability is built into the program. You can ask the same question 5 times and get 5 different answers. So I would for sure go read that post that we shared earlier in the chat that Spark Toro just did. It really kind of dives into this and explains it. But yeah, there's a bunch of tools you can use. None of them are really that great, honestly.
Just to like literally throw it at dartboard. Who's got the
Yep.
best price?
Yeah.
Don't worry, it'll get better. No, it won't.
All right. So Christy has a question for you.
All right, go for
Christy manages a doctor who has multiple Google Business profiles because he practices at multiple locations.
it. Mhm.
One of those locations is closing, but that listing has a strong review history. Is it possible and best practice to merge the closing location's GBP into another location's GBP that will still be open so that the review and authority are not lost? And if so, what's the best way to handle this without violating guidelines?
In this case, no, you're not going to be able to merge because what support's going to say is that the attributes are different, which basically means phone number, address, hours, etc., are all going to be different, even if it's the same name. So they're not going to do the merge. Now you can attempt it. It doesn't hurt to attempt it. Um, just don't count on it. What I would do is I would either permanently close it or I would just open it up at a new location. Because he's a doctor. Doctors go to new locations all the time, and you can just go ahead and move it. It may get suspended, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's it.
okay.
Well,
All right. From Rachel for you. Similar to Ern's question, do you have a platform you recommend to track how entity is showing up in AI tools? Bonus points if it has a reporting tool that makes it easy to understand for clients. Feels like there's a lot of vaporware out there right now. Just haven't felt, yeah, 100% confident. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of vaporware. It's kind of, we were just discussing this. None of the tools that I've seen have been really good from a agency standpoint. I think they're mostly geared towards large businesses, um, which makes some sense actually, except for maybe the tool that you were just talking.
yeah,
Dixon.
1K is not ridiculously expensive like some of the
No,
other.
it's not. No,
It's
no,
it's
it's
very affordable.
yeah, Dixon's Jones has put together a pretty decent tool, I think. I hate the name, but
Yeah, basically he said he wanted to come up with something that was a word, a name of the company that it was something that just never existed before,
well,
you know. So not a great name,
it's
I agree. But yes,
certainly not memorable though.
that one like specifically this question was how the entity shows up in various platforms or various models. That's for sure the best one, I think, that is looking at an entity level and comparing between models, and that's why we use it.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out again. I haven't checked it out since he first launched it. When he first launched it, it was so buggy I had to leave.
Yeah, I think they rushed to launch just to get it ready to talk about at Brighton SEO.
Oh, really? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right. So whose turn is it, man? I think mine, yours, what?
You asked to be the last one, so I'm asking you Max's question.
All
Who
right.
are you using for citations?
I use myself. Max, we just probably this month are launching a citation service. It comes for free with our My Business Assurance product, which is the product which helps protect your Google Business profile from suspensions. We're going to be including it for free. It's a, what a $75 a month value, something like that. But we're going to be doing citation services pretty much almost not like exactly like X, but pretty damn close.
There we go.
Yeah. So $79 a month. Get your GPP protected and you get citations. But for the answer, which is not just about us, basically, there's different people out there that do citation services. I personally don't like Yext, mainly because you rent, you don't own. Okay, they're paying for API services. When you're done, your directories kind of disappear over time. Not their fault, it's their business model. You pay to play. People like Bright Local and White Spark, different story. While Bright Local is using the API, they do have some manual integrations that they do as well, where they sign up with a username and password. And when it comes to White Spark, I think for the most part, while they do use some aggregators, they pretty much almost do everything manually. It looks like at least from the outside and from what I've talked to Darren about in the past. What about you, buddy? What do you think on citations?
Yeah, I mean, we don't really have to do a lot of citation work because most of the clients that we work with have been in the same location for years and they just don't have any bad info. But everybody that we have come in, we submit to the aggregators just to make sure the right information is being fed out. And then if we do have somebody that like we tend to get dealerships that have gone through a buy sell, which means like a different entity has bought the dealership and changed the name. So the business is still a Ford dealership at the same address, but now it's new ownership, new management. So all the phone numbers and the website usually changes because the business name changes. So then we do have to go do citation work, and then we kind of split it, but we do it manually ourselves. Like I don't need to go pay another site or another service to go do something that my team's perfectly capable of doing, and it's not hard and it doesn't take long.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, if I was gonna pay somebody to do it, I'd probably just use Whitespark because they have multiple different levels of packages.
yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah, yeah, I know, Michelle. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. We got Charlie with two questions. Oh, wait.
Whose turn is it? Man,
Your
we
turn.
need like a arrow that we flip back and forth to know whose turn it is.
Right? Except then we'll mess that up too. We'll forget to turn it, you know? All right. This one's from Christy. I have a doctor with both a practitioner GBP and a practice GBP. Practice name includes her name. Interesting. Practice name includes her name. Hmm.
Okay, my immediate question
Yeah.
is why? Christy, please tell me in the chat, why did they even do this? Because if it's Greg Gifford internal medicine as the practice, and then I have Greg Gifford PhD as a practitioner, that makes zero sense to do that.
Right. Right.
It sounds like someone at some point in the past was like, "Ooh, you can have a practitioner listing because you're a doctor. Let's set one up." Should they be merged? I mean,
No, just delete one.
I would just delete one. You probably don't have any reviews on the practitioner listing. And if you do have reviews there, it's maybe a handful. Like it's got to be less than 10 reviews. Like it's negligible in amount. Get rid of it. Like, of course, Google's doing what it's supposed to do. If there's a practitioner listing for a doctor, that is more relevant to the question when you search for that doctor's name than the practice, which also includes that doctor's name. So, of course, that's what's going to show. So if the doctor's name is in the name of the practice, I would not have a practitioner listing ever.
You shouldn't. It's actually technically a violation of the guidelines.
Yep. And
Yeah,
there we go.
I would just try to get them merged. It's not going to hurt to try. They
Yeah,
probably,
try it at least. If there's any reviews. If there's no reviews on it, don't even worry about merging it. Just shut it down.
yeah, exactly.
And we got a couple minutes left. We can lightning round the last one for you from Chad.
All right.
Chad would like a list of the cool tools we use when we're doing these audits.
So I guess in this case, you're calling Greg and I tools.
Yeah, the list is it's us, Greg and Ben. That also deserves a
So, no, but Greg uses spy food, not spy food, it's GMB spy, I think,
GMB
right?
Spy, which seems
It's
to have a
GMB,
bug. I don't know
right?
if you noticed. It has a bug now. Usually you click the map, like let's pull it. What was the law firm's name again?
I he was like so unremarkable. Eric Roy, Leroy, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So normally, oh, I should be sharing my screen here. Where is share
Well, I
screen?
can tell you right now that Google screwed everybody with the whole with the local pack. We had to reprogram all of our APIs because they broke it.
Would they break?
So they just the formatting.
So it used to be with the GMB Spy, you would click the map, and once you click the map, you click it, and it would show you the categories.
Yep.
Now, because of whatever Google has changed, you got to click on the business and then click it, and that shows you the categories,
Oh, Jesus.
which is
That
just
sucks.
dumb. Google changed something in the code. Who knows? Still works. You can also use the Plepper. Plepper has a really cool Chrome plugin that does a lot more than this. The reason I don't use the Plepper tool when I'm just checking categories is Plepper is a little bit slower to run and it just pulls up a ton of other crap. And if I just want to see categories real quick, I'm going to use the GMB Spy. The other one here is SEO Pro
Yep.
extension is what it's called, and it's by Marketing Syrup. It's got the little it's I guess they're Canadian because it's got a like a Canada whatever tree leaf that is. And that gives you all sorts of cool stuff here, like title tag, meta description, URL, canonical, robots, web vitals, word count. You can see the headings, you can see status errors. It will show you links, it shows images and alt text, it shows
Pretty
schema,
cool
it
tool.
shows all this stuff. Like it's a cool little thing. Just real quick, boom, you got it and you're good. There's tons of different ones though. Like I'm not saying you guys have to use these. Those are just the ones that I've found over time and I like the most. I do use that Plepper tool one a lot. It's really cool. The Plepper tool one is cool because if we were doing like a search for personal injury attorney Las Vegas, and then you pull up the Plepper tool, the tool will go tell you, here's the average number of reviews for all the people that are showing up. Here's the average review score for all the people showing up, blah, 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 blah.
Yep. All right, man. Well, guess what? That is another show on the books. So thanks everybody for coming. We will see you again in 2 weeks.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. I'm so
I
happy to
know.
have him back.
You just had to do it. Yes, of course you did. So we'll see you all in 2 weeks. Thanks for coming. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful time. And see you all on the flip side.
See you, everybody.